But I undersold him when I said he was cogent. He's far beyond cogent. In fact, I think he's better than he's ever been.
Making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the with the COVID. Excuse me, with dealing with everything we have to do with. Look,
this is a battle for the future of American democracy, and now is a good time. In June, thank God. In June, and not October, in June, this is the last chance for Democrats to decide whether this man we've known and loved for a very long time is up to the task.
This video is brought to you by Angel Studios, Sound of Hope. Sound of Hope. I know you guys have seen the commercials. I know you guys have seen the trailers. Sound of Hope is one of the most incredible movies I've ever seen, if not the most incredible movie. I remember watching the trailer on the airplane, and I literally was tearing up the entire time. The girl next to me probably thought I was going through a depression, but the movie was so touching, and it was such a good, tremendous story about people of God taking the initiatives to go out and be the hands and feet that Christ has called us to be. It's a true story of Bishop and First Lady Donna Martin and their tiny Bennett Chapel Church in Possum Trot out there in East Texas. And they were able to rescue over 76 children from 1998 to 2000. What a tremendous story. And I feel like if all the churches in this country would take the initiative to help those children in need, and families in the churches will adopt, this would be a different, we'll be having a different conversation in a different country. But ladies and gentlemen, go and check it out today. All you got to do is click on the link, find the theater near you, go and watch it. I think the actual debut of the movie is on the 4th of July. So the 4th of July, go check it out. You'll see the listing times. The link is in the description section. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notification anytime I go live, make a video. Make sure you still subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment on this video. Let's get into that. I'm going to try not to talk too loud because when I talk softly, my voice sounds better. When I get too loud, I start getting scratchy. But Joe Biden had the worst performance of any politician in American history. Now, this is the thing that bothers me about the mainstream media. This is how you know that they are full of sugar, honey, iced tea. They have been perpetuating this lie and deception from the very beginning that somehow Joe Biden is cognitively okay. He's what's best for our country. He's in the best shape of his life. Scarborough or whatever his name is, Joe, on the Morning Joe, that fool, I got the clip. Don't listen to me. I got the clip. That fool said not too long ago, Joe Biden is at his absolute best. Cognitively, presidential, you name it, he's at his best. He's never seen Biden better, is what he said. And then The View has been pushing.
Built that in where they're going to turn off those mics so that somebody can't ramble.
get away with, get rid of the ability of Medicare for the
Or scream at somebody.
You're the sucker. You're the loser.
You know, not that my husband would be the one doing that. You need to see Trump and you need to see the president and you need to see the differences.
Yeah, we noticed.
My husband's, and you're going to see how smart he is.
Dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if
He is, and the experience he has.
we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden.
And you'll see somebody who, like you're saying, I'm going to use Joy's words, can't put a sentence together, and everything is beautiful, and it's wonderful.
Tremendous. Joe, our country is being destroyed as you and I sit up here and waste a lot of time on this debate. This shouldn't be a debate.
So I think the American people deserve to see the two men who are running for this office.
The total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
Your choice is going to be clear.
She's not wrong.
That Joe Biden is ready to go. He's doing so great. He's so phenomenal. He's such, a prepared man. and we are excited to see him do the debate. Donald Trump should be shaking in his boots and all this other stuff. That man got up there and looked like he was dying. And then there's talks of them bringing in other people. I mean, they literally was on CNN last night. It was music to my ears, to be honest. They were on CNN saying that Democrat leaders are going to go to the White House and ask him to step down. Here's the conundrum for the Democrats. Here's their conundrum. They tell Biden to step down, and he does. They have admitted to the world that he's feeble and incompetent. He cannot even stand for re-election. And they have admitted that he should not ever have been the nominee, because this mother freaker was the same person when they nominated him as he was on the debate stage. He didn't somehow slip, fall, bump his head, get COVID, and turn into a dementia patient. And then they say he was sick. Last time I checked, somebody with a cold or the flu, they don't have dementia. I didn't know losing your train of thought, stuttering was signs and symptoms of a cold or being a horrible president, whichever one you want to do. I don't know what new disease that is, a new infection that is. So they have to admit to all of those horrible things that we already knew was true, but they're going to have to admit to their base and independence that they were full of crap this whole time. Moving forward, Gavin Newsom got on TV yesterday and pretty much said we need to stick with Joe Biden. Now, you know he's a snake oil salesman, so he could change his mind tomorrow and act like he never said that. However, the fact that we cannot unsee Biden, which completely ruins his entire presidency, in my opinion, and his legacy, and then them coming out and saying we should defend him and that he won the debate, they put themselves in a hole even deeper. When I say them, Kamala Harris and snake oil salesman Gavin Newsom, they're the only two people in the world that say that Joe Biden came out on top. And maybe a crackhead that's on Skid Row doing fentanyl. Three people are the only people that say that Joe Biden won that debate. Even his wife said it on the stage, but when she got home, she probably cried herself to sleep because their wickedness is over, in my opinion. Gavin Newsom, put Gavin Newsom in there. You have essentially put a white man over a black woman for president because Kamala Kneepad Harris is the next person up if Joe Biden steps down. The crazy thing is that nobody is even mentioning Kamala Harris as taking the place of Joe Biden. Everybody's saying Gavin Newsom or Barack Obama's husband, wife, Michael, Michelle. Now, I don't know if she's transgender or not. I don't know, man. She do kind of look a little weird, but hey, there's some ugly women out there. I don't mean to call that man wife ugly. She just ain't that good looking. I mean, can we get admitted? All right? She ain't that good looking. She like a 3, but she probably a good mom. So that's all that matters. But she crooked as 3 left shoes on an 8-legged man. So they can put any of these people in, but they have to admit to the aforementioned things, and then neither one of those people can stand up to Donald Trump, especially not Gavin Newsom, who is literally the governor, a.k.a. the president of California, and has run that place through the doggone ground. Y'all hold the phone. I'm running out of time. I'll be back after the break. I want to play the clip from Joe Scarborough. That dude is a lunatic. I want you to listen to how these people try to gaslight us. No one can justify this. No one can deny this. These people are evil and they're liars. And I believe if you see them when you die, you've gone to hell. Roll the clip of Joe.
I think he's better than he's ever been. Intellectually, analytically, because he's been around for 50 years. I'm about to tell you the truth. And F you if you can't handle the truth. This version of Biden, intellectually, analytically, is the best Biden ever. I think we have to ask the same questions of him that we have asked of Donald Trump since 2016, and that is, if he were CEO and he turned in a performance like that, would any corporation in America, any Fortune 500 corporation in America, keep him on as CEO?
Are they so mad, though? They supposed to be feeling sorry for him. He's an old, decrepit man. They're extremely upset. To me, y'all, I don't want you to look at what you see in front of you. I want you to look beyond that. Explain to me how this is a shock to anybody. That man, Joe, said that this is the best he ever seen of Joe Biden. And a couple weeks later, or maybe a couple months later, he's saying that the man needs to step down. They are not, the media is a puppet show. This is not the independent thoughts of the media. Do not get this twisted. They set this up or they got the memo. One of the two have happened or has happened. They either set it up because they want to find an excuse and create the narrative to get Biden out of there because they know he ain't going to win. They know he decrepit and he's old and he been embarrassing them the last 2 or 3 years. So they set him up to do a debate very earlier any debate in presidential history, because they want to frame it to where if he take a pull on stage, which they know he would, that they have enough time to do damage control and replace him. I wouldn't be surprised if Joe Biden don't end up dead somewhere, because they would love to have that sob story, and he would be the sacrificial lamb for the Democrat Party. They'd love to say, oh, poor Joe, he had dementia and he did the best that he could. And look at the MAGA Republicans talking bad about him, and they're making fun of a man who was struggling and who had dementia. They hate elderly people. They want to get rid of Medicare. I mean, this is what they're gonna say. And then they're gonna usher in a snake oil salesman to try to give him the last hope. But I think they coordinated it, because as soon as it happened, guess who was in lockstep? Everybody in the media unanimously said he needs to step down. He needs to step down. They're slowly and methodically pushing propaganda. Gavin Newsom is probably going to replace him. Kamala Harris is going to still stay where she at, even with her knee pads. And they're going to try to frame it to where Gavin Newsom stuck behind Biden, and he only did it because he has to, because Biden is no longer with us. Or Biden has got dementia, and it just happened on the debate stage. We never saw this before. It just happened that night. He got a cold, and it messed his brain up. And he became a bad president, everything, all in that night when he first started talking. But you have on record that the only two people that are supporting him is Kamala Harris and Gavin Newsom. The whole media is framing that he needs to step down. So they're going to try to act as if it's an act of God when the man croak or he is deemed to be cognitively dissonant. Maybe, just maybe, before the election, they'll let Kamala Harris become the interim president, making her the first black president, or first female black president. And then they're going to put that Negro to the side and put in the great white hope. And that's the snake oil salesman himself. I call him the lingerie man, because we can see right through his stuff. We can see right through his lies. And they're going to put these people in place, and they're going to hope for the best. Donald Trump got so much momentum right now that the polls don't even illustrate. I could almost put my life on it that there are people who will vote for Trump, but they'll never tell anybody they'll vote for Trump. They would never fill out a poll with their name associated with it that said they'll vote for Trump, because they would get slaughtered in their friend group. And I tell you what, it's going to backfire.